Hello, everyone. David Russell here. Welcome you to another edition of the Cast Layer. We consider this Super Bowl Saturday because it is the Super Bowl, so to speak, of bodybuilding and fitness. It's the Olympia 50th anniversary, and we are pleased to have on the air with us Mr. Andre Adams, all the way in Las Vegas. He is live at the Olympia. We're excited, and as you can see, I'm also wearing my A&T North Carolina A&T jacket because next week is our Super Bowl here in Atlanta. We're going to be defending champs. I'm already claiming it at the Atlanta Classic. But anyway, it's Olympia week. We're on the air with Andre Adams live at the Olympia 50th anniversary. Andre, how we doing, man?
Wonderful, David. Long time no talk. Got a lot of new things on the horizon since we last spoke, and we're just out here enjoying the activities here at Olympia. I'm here with my sponsors, Mall Nutrition. We're actually just out here just enjoying ourselves. Also representing the booth with Team Ventura and Muscle League and a couple other friends of ours. So happy to be a part of it.
Cool. We're glad to have you on the air, man. It has been a while. We last had you on a couple months back. You did a phenomenal job on the air. Let's go ahead and start up. Got a few questions for you. Are you competing this year, and or are you supporting a particular team?
You know me. I'm just a little bit addicted to the stage, so I can't wait to get back in the limelight. Unfortunately, I didn't qualify in time to compete at this year's Olympia, so I will be making a hard push this fall to qualify early. Then I can take a little break because it does wear on you after a little bit. But
Right.
my next appearance at the stage will be October 17th, 18th at the IFBB Fort Lauderdale Cup.
Okay,
That's
cool,
my
cool,
return.
cool. Well, tell us a little bit about the team that you're on right now.
Team Ventura actually is somebody I've been with, since the early days as an amateur athlete, and it kind of, Omar Ventura, Johnny Sebastian, who's actually competing in the Olympia this year tonight, actually. So, the team is just something that we support each other, we look out for each other, we cross promote, and we're known for having some of the best posing in men's physique. So it's a very innovative type of atmosphere on this team, and whenever we can, it's amazing because we're from all over the United States too. So, they're based out of San Jose, California, but we have people like myself in the Midwest and East Coast, and it's a beautiful thing to see us all come together at a big event like the Olympia. And we're actually doing a meet and greet for the amateur athletes and a pose down contest, so you can come to our booth number 1792 at the Expo, and pick your favorite Team Ventura, Team Fidelis, or Muscle League athlete and have a pose down. So how
Okay,
cool is
cool.
that? I mean, you can catch us after we get done eating our pancakes and cheeseburgers and
Uh-oh.
make us look
Don't
bad,
tell
right?
that. Now, you eat clean year round, you know that. Yeah, but that's cool, dog.
Maybe, maybe.
Well, that's what's up, dog. That's what's up. Well, now, how was your diet like during your travel?
You know, the diet during the travel is something a lot of people struggle with.
Hmm.
So one thing that helps, keep me consistent and keep me eating clean is actually having available the meals from Maw. So I'm sitting here with Mike Watson from Maw. Mike, why don't you come here and introduce yourself? I don't know if there's enough room in this camera for us.
Uh-oh,
I'm feeling
uh-oh.
kind of big. I'm feeling kind of big suddenly.
Okay.
Uh,
What's going on,
so
Mike?
I'd
We
like to
see you here on the cast layer. We welcome you and appreciate you being on the show today.
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You want to tell them a little bit about your services and some of the food prep that we do?
Definitely. Modern Nutrition is a full-service meal prep for the bodybuilding community. We're set up where all of our products are pre-packaged. They're all sealed up, ready to go for all of our competitors. Everything is immediately shipped to them right to their doorstep. So the meal prep is pretty much not needed for the bodybuilders anymore. We were honored that Andre decided to work with us, and so he could allow us to be part of his meal prep as he goes forward to get ready for the Olympia for next year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. I don't think we had that in that area. I'd be glad to be a featured sponsor if you need one. but, but that's
Well,
cool,
you know
man.
what? Send me your information. I'll be more than happy to give you some out there to sample and bring it out to the ATL for you.
Okay, cool, cool. What advice, Andre, or yourself, my friend, would you offer other athletes?
Advice as far as competitions, diet, training, or just something more motivational.
Um, Probably motivational, and then maybe contest level as well.
Okay. I mean, I would say day in and day out, you're more than familiar with things that athletes run into during training. You're always
Mm,
going to face some setbacks. So
right,
maybe it's a family loss, maybe it's an injury, maybe it's something going on at work.
right,
So what I try to do is take these things and ultimately, manifest them into something positive. So,
right,
during training, these are things that I would use those emotions to my advantage. I mean, I train harder. If you begin to slip up a little bit on your diet, um, kind of think back to the reasons that you started down this road in the first place, where you ultimately plan, to be 6 months from now, a year from now. What are you trying to accomplish? So, I think worst feeling in the world for a competitor is getting on stage and you don't do so well, and in the back of your mind that the contest preps where maybe you slipped up, you had those extra cheat meals down the stretch,
right.
skip leg day, you skip some of your training, and when you're ready and when you're not. So that's the worst feeling in the world is coming out of a show and looking back at all these things you could have done better.
Right.
When you apply yourself fully, 110%, you can always live down the result no matter what the outcome is. So I would just encourage people, on a motivational level, always manifest anything going on in your life, good or bad, into your training.
True.
Um,
That's good.
once you get on stage, is a totally another animal. Once you actually step in that pump room, you're preparing to walk out on the stage and do your thing. This is where you become detached. This is where you let all of that stuff go, and now you just have to basically execute everything that you've trained for. So now it's just you're a machine at this point, right?
Right,
So
right.
you're on autopilot. You need to go out there and execute. Sometimes people get overwhelmed with anxiety and all this stuff, but you just have to complete the task at hand at that point.
I totally agree. I was really impressed and inspired by a lot of the athletes that mentioned that they had personal loss this year. I think Iris
Yes.
Kyle mentioned that she had a loss, a
Practice,
significant
Phil.
loss, and she was able to complete this year with another uh, milestone, 10 consecutive Miss Olympia title. So I mean, I think that's
Yeah,
history right
right.
there. Yeah, she was doing it. And then even
Yes.
with Phil, having a loss of his father, I believe that's what he mentioned. So
Correct.
through that, that's how champions are made. They didn't let those setbacks throw them off completely, but were able to still finish strong. So you're totally right. I guess they use that as motivation through their training and things like that to help them reach their goal and fulfill their accomplishments.
I agree.
So how do you manage work, kids, family, and coaching and still, able to keep it together?
Here's how I look at this, David. You know me, I tend to stretch myself a little bit thin, and sometimes I get so many endeavors going on. And number one in my life is always going to be my babies. My kids are, my driving force, and that's one of those things that I actually I pride myself on being a good father and making time, to fit in their schedule. So basically, with my life, I structure everything around the kids. After that, I have to pay the bills, put a roof over my head and their heads. So work is going to be the next priority, and then after that becomes my relationships or bodybuilding. And the bodybuilding for me, it's easy because it's not a hobby. This is a lifestyle. So this is
Right.
how I eat day in and day out. This is what I do when I wake up. Before the kids wake up, I'm doing fasted cardio. On my lunch breaks, I don't have a normal lunch break. I mean, our gym, and it's a way of life. So I don't really think about it consciously.
Hmm.
But I look at it in the light. If I sacrifice my time, my sleep, sometimes I don't want to do things. I sacrifice myself for my family, and God takes care of me next.
That's
So
good.
that's how it's always been. I mean, there's been days where I get 3-4 hours of sleep.
Wow.
And you don't know how you're going to push yourself through that. And in the end, it's like, boom, I turned pro. You know, so God always comes back once you meet him halfway, and he'll cover the rest. So it's easy for me at that point.
That's right, man. I like that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you do your best, and God will do the rest. And
exactly.
you know, it's totally you're definitely inspiration, man. Plus, you make it look easy.
Hey,
and I know it's not. So I'm just telling you, you make it look easy, and I totally know it's not. So, you know, definitely kudos to you. You're doing your thing, man, and continued success. What's the coolest thing that you've seen so far as the Olympia 50 is concerned? Your predictions, bodybuilding, and physique.
That's easy. The coolest thing I've seen all weekend had to be the Predator with the hair whip to the face. I'm Phil Heath, and you know, I've been following this sport for a long time. I've never seen anything quite like that.
Right.
So you know, it put in all these crazy ideas in my head, like, man, maybe I should grow my hair out. So I can do these things when I'm on Olympia next year. But no, really, it was just it was a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah.
The heated rivalry, you got the drama element. Yeah, you know what? The sport really needs it. So, I mean, everybody looked great, though. You know, from women's bodybuilding all the way through. I would say for men's bodybuilding, it's going to be a tough situation, but I do think Phil's going to repeat because they're that evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like taking a boxer, and we have the champion. We got Floyd Mayweather, and we got we got the runner, the other guy, we'll call him, right?
Right.
So if it's going to be a close match, you're always going to go with the champion. You got to clearly, decisively beat the champion, and I don't think that's been done. The same thing with Iris last night.
Right.
But a lot of talent. I mean, Wolf looked great. Big Ramy looked great. Strong looked great.
Yeah. Ramy's quads were crazy, man. I saw that.
Thank you.
I saw that. Ramy's quads were crazy. And
if I had a bodybuilder, that's what he would look like.
Yeah, Vic looked really good. He's very conditioned, looked great, and I totally agree with you. Phil came out a lot of confidence, very poised and confident. Kai took it to a whole other level, and it's interesting how that's going to play out. You know, I totally agree with you. I wasn't expecting that. I saw it, but it is entertaining, and it does keep people tuned in because I was watching. You know, here it's a different time zone, but well after 1 o'clock, and I was like, "What?" And I couldn't even go to sleep because especially when you've competed too, and you see something like that, that's not something that you ordinarily see. And I think it is entertaining and excitement for the sport, and it keeps people tuned in. And I had some people that I was communicating with via text, and everybody's like, "Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that?" So it was. It was a good. We talked. Sure did.
You Rick James, man.
So, but yeah, it's definitely a talking piece and gets people connected and talking about it. Favorite athletes of all time?
Absolutely, and even before we get there, I'm still excited to see the men's physique showdown tonight too. I mean, our booth is actually right next to the stage, and since I can't be on the stage myself this year, I'm here for support for my my teammate Johnny Sebastian, another good friend of mine, Tori Woodward. There's a lot of faces out there that I've competed against, or they're just good friends of mine in general. Sadiq, Michael Anderson. So I'm wishing them the best success, and it's kind of nice being able to sit back and just spectate this year and, kind of plan things out, how I want to approach things next year. Because you really do have to follow trends, especially in men's physique and bikini. These things are so new. They tend to change every year. So you have to follow the posing, the look, Jason this year. Jason has probably the perfect look for men's physique. So let's see, maybe he'll be the new face. I don't know.
Well, man, I'll just kind of shoot you some compliments on that. Definitely, I think your time is coming. That waist, it's what single digits just about, isn't it, man?
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. I mean, I played top 10 as the New York Pro, but you know what? I got to come back to reclaim my throne and get some hardware this year. I mean, I'm feeling kind of. I don't know, man. I'm feeling kind of lackluster, I got spoiled in powerlifting with all the trophies, and, Here
Yeah.
you don't get them every show, so I gotta
Oh,
definitely
it's
step my
coming,
game
man.
up.
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, you're gonna have the same amount. I would think even more. Definitely it's
Yeah,
coming. Just keep grinding, and we see the progress pictures, and it's coming, man. You're definitely putting in the work, and it's gonna pay off. What
yes,
about
sir.
plans for the fall or upcoming shows or guest posing?
Oh man, it's gonna be a busy fall. I don't think I have a dull moment for the next couple months. As I mentioned earlier, the next endeavor I have is going to be take care of business on stage at the Fort Lauderdale Cup. And
Okay.
I haven't decided yet which I'm going to do 3 shows this year. So I know Mesa, Arizona's in the mix. Kentucky Muscle in second week in November, that's in the mix. And I definitely want to do the Ferrigno Legacy after Thanksgiving. We'll see how many people feel like struggling through peak week with me around all that good food and the sweet potatoes and the turkey
Uh-oh.
and the pies. So this
Yeah.
maybe is a good strategic move for me. But beyond that, I'm also excited to be, as you know, I'm the first IFBB men's physique guest poser. So this is something
Okay. Cool,
new.
man.
It's something innovative, and I get to wear the gauntlets and
That's
the
cool.
helmet and give the whole Sparta look. So actually, we're bringing a team to Rockford, Illinois. This is where I'll be performing my next guest posing appearance.
Okay.
And this is the Kevin Noble Show. You can check it out at www.kevinnoble.com to get all set up. And actually have one of my close friends, one of my training partners. He's an up and coming athlete, Brandon. Brandon, why don't you say hello, introduce yourself?
Hello, how's
Hey,
it going? I'm
Brandon, we
Brandon.
see you. How you doing, man?
Doing good, doing good. Enjoying my
Good.
weekend, Vegas.
Yeah.
Great.
Brandon is he's my apprentice, so in a few
Okay.
years, when I accomplish what I want to accomplish and call it a day and hang him up, I'm gonna leave it to this man to kind of take over for me.
Well,
And you know what? When I'm on that Olympia stage, he's gonna be chasing me, so he might make
there you
my
go.
game up.
There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I couldn't think of a better mentor, as I think, Andre is very personable. He's willing to share, and we're excited about having this as another milestone for our radio show slash video cast, broadcasted live from Las Vegas to Atlanta. So again, we're looking forward to all the success that the two of you are on the horizon.
Look for us in Rockford. We're gonna make some noise.
Okay,
He's
cool.
competing in posing, men's physique.
Sounds
Good
good.
show.
Put on
Well,
the show. Don't miss this.
sounds good. Well, we definitely appreciate today's video cast. We're not gonna hold you up. I know you're excited. I'm secretly hated, man. You know I want to be at the Olympia, but sometimes it doesn't always happen. But I'm destined to be out there. But we really are appreciative of taking your time out, and hope that you have a good rest of the day. Have fun, and we'll talk with you again soon.
Sounds good. We'll leave you with a flex on the way out. We gotta talk soon, David.
Okay. All right. We'll see you. We'll see you.
All right, brother.
All right, guys. Take care.
Digital power.
All right. There we go.
All
We
right.
got you. The Caster is brought to you by Blog Talk Radio, Spiffy Cleaning Service, a trailblazing quest for clean, and Tenacious Fitness Unlimited Incorporated. Hope you've enjoyed this particular edition of our video cast live from Las Vegas to Atlanta, 50th Olympia. Everybody have a great rest of the day.